Thank you for being here for day 6 of my Higher Love Countdown. We're going to talk about the next human tendency through the Enneagram, and that is going to be our tendency to get focused or even hyper-focused on the need to achieve or succeed or win or be the best. So that sounds all great and good, and a lot of times it is all great and all good, and there are times when it's just so much that it comes with a price. We can start to shove down our emotions, avoid situations with our loved ones if it will take too much time or too much energy, so that we can conserve that time and energy that we would put into facing our emotions or doing things with our loved ones, so it can be put on getting closer to achievement, success, approval. And that happens when the achievement is our primary motivation. So again, it's all about the balance of things. And when we are out of balance, when we are too focused on achieving, we can be experienced by the people we love the most as just being overly competitive, even in scenarios when it doesn't make sense to be competitive at all. We can be experienced as avoidant or workaholics or being impatient. And the flip side of that is all the good that comes when we can balance out this tendency and when we can expand where our attention is going. And when it isn't balanced, we can be experienced as being very confident in ourselves, dedicated, organized, energetic, active, can be very strong leaders and the absolute best motivators. And that is the rewarding side of being driven by achievement and motivation when in balance. And when we are in balance, we can experience and then radiate back out into the world so much inspiration for so many different people that we may come in contact with, and so much motivation just when we can just be aware of when we shift into that hyper focus, so that we can correct our focus back into a more balanced state where we can evenly prioritize the things that are important to us and not just winning or collecting titles or trophies or praise from other people. And we can balance that when that's getting too heavy or too much. We can balance that by focusing on a connection with a loved one, laughing more. Anything that makes you laugh is always great. Making fun memories, and a really great one is seeking out new experiences, trying something new. And even when you don't know how well that's going to go, maybe you won't be the best at this new thing that you're going to try it anyway, and be accepting. Go into it with that beginner's mind to just see everything it has to offer you, regardless of where you might fall in a ranking system. We know in our minds that being the best at everything all the time is an unrealistic expectation. So it's really key in balancing this tendency to let that be our comfort, because when we don't quite achieve our goals, or when we don't get first place, again, there we are, just bumping into the human condition. The experience as a human on this planet together is going to include failing, and it's going to include being second or third or fourth or anywhere along the spectrum of any ranking system. We can really get detached from our our own heart's desires, when we're focused on that approval and recognition from other people. And so one great way to heal that, and not just adjust our attention away from it, but to just heal where this tendency comes from, is to become self-referential, to ask ourselves how we feel about something before considering an external opinion. And that doesn't mean you can't consider external opinions. It's just ask yourself first, know how you feel about something before you turn to another person for advice or conversation about a topic. it's just a very empowering thing to know what you think and to know what you feel, and not be considering other people's opinions on your performance or on a belief or an idea or a dream that you may have. If you don't have a solid, defined belief system, that can be another like long-term healing experience for us if we become too focused on achieving for long-term, is to really start thinking about the things that we stand for, the things we are proud to represent, and start defining a belief system based on those things. Start knowing where you stand, how you feel, and where your willingness is, and where you're willing to put your attention and your energy. And that can be a really uplifting thing, to just have a little bit more of a defined path on things. Can help keep perspective on all the things that are important, and not just winning or succeeding. So I would love to share some affirmations with you. If you could take a minute to get comfortable, relaxed, close your eyes, bringing your awareness to your breath, breathing in, filling that breath all the way up into your crown, exhaling, sending the energy of that breath all the way down to the base of your tailbone, feeling into your body, noticing any tension, breathing intentionally into any places of tension to expand, slowly releasing that tension as you breathe out your nose. Continue consciously breathing, taking any little movements or adjustments to be completely comfortable, supported by your chair or your mat, your bed, wherever you are. Committing to stillness, opening your mind and your heart, and saying these things to yourself after me. I release the impossible expectations I tend to hold myself to. I am strong even when I'm emotional. I am intentional about how I invest my time and energy. I am willing to be vulnerable in order to cultivate intimate connection. I am loved for who I naturally am, and not for what I can do or what I can win. I do not have to prove my worth. I am enough exactly as I am. Take a few deep breaths. Consider any of those affirmations that may have felt particularly good to you. Maybe consider writing those down or saying them to yourself more often. I really appreciate your time today. Thank yourself for being willing to spend a little time on some mindfulness and expanding awareness of ourselves. And please don't forget to meet yourself with compassion, no matter what the rest of the day has for you, or the rest of your life for that matter. Thank you.